let's check on my container gardening and see how everything is going so far this season. Well, I must say I have harvested some squash, and that's a zucchini type summer squash right here. And this is the second round of produce that I'm getting from this, because as you can see, I have cut it back pretty good, and it seems like the vine borers are getting to these squash this year. So I'm just gonna let it push as much as it can, and I'll be satisfied with whatever I receive from this plant. And now here I have this tomato in this 5-gallon grow bag. Once it's in the flower stage, it's just the perfect time to give it a little organic fertilizer. Now these tomatoes here seem to be doing fine, and they're also in grow bags. They have some chicken compost already in them and I have gone ahead and trimmed back all these extra sun leaves and suckers. Well, actually I left this one here because it already had a tomato on it, but I've gone ahead and trimmed off these and remove all the branches that were taking all the excess energy from going into the fruit. So that's pretty much what it looks like right now. Now we are going to head over to the figs, and the figs are looking pretty good. What do you see here? Figs. So we are going to be getting some figs again this season, and this is the LSU purple, and it's actually in a container, so I bring it in the winter time because it's not cold hardy. And I have a couple more figs back here. Over here I have a cucumber, and this cucumber is the Suyo Long cucumber. And look at this, guys. The vine borers, like I said, have been going to work. I went ahead and trimmed back these leaves because look at this. It's all damaged. And the good thing about this for me, look at this. So if I can't eat these, guess what? It's gonna go for the chicken. And that's a good thing about having a garden and also having chickens. So they would eat the leaves. See, I can give them a good treat using the leaves. And I do not give them the tomato leaves. I just give them the cucumber leaves. I already given them some collard green leaves, and they're snacking away on it. So I'm just gonna throw in those cucumber leaves for them. And they could peck around. And why are you guys fighting? That's not nice. There's enough. So they're enjoying that little chicken treat. Yep, so I just went in here. As you can see, my collards are in here, and I went in and cleaned it up pretty good, and I handed that to the chickens. Over here I have my sweet potatoes in these planters, and they are looking really good so far. I have 2 planters here with potatoes. Then here I have my cucumbers, and I'm going to be pickling these. And this is the size of it. I don't remember. I think this might be the dark cucumber that I planted in here. And I just planted it in this container here, in this, I think this is 20-gallon. Yeah, this is a 20-gallon container. And I have my guava growing in there. It's a tropical plant. For those of you that don't know, I have 2 guavas here. But I just stuck these cucumbers in there because I can. So it's growing really well, and I am going to be getting some cucumbers to pickle from this. I have some more growing down in here. I do not know what variety this one is. I think it might be a dar also, but these are grown for pickling purposes. And they're right in here. They don't grow that much, or the vine does not spread as much in my experience. And it's a very heavy bearer. Look at all the flowers on there. So I'm hoping to get enough to pickle. Now we are gonna move on to my citrus. Look at this, guys. I'm gonna have a few citrus. Well, not a few, a lot, enough. Every bunch has like, this bunch has like 7, this one has 6, this one has 5, this one has 6, this one has 2. So we're going to get a good amount of fruit from this, and it's a second year. I think I've had it. Yes, I bought it last year, and this is a dwarf brown select satsuma. So we are going to be getting fruits from that. Now here's my lemons, and this is the dwarf improved mare lemons. We also going to be getting some lemons from this. There's a good amount on it, as you can see. We have at least 15 on there. So hopefully the tree holds on to it and we can enjoy that. That's my, yeah, is that it? Yep, that's a lemon. Now over here we have the bear's lime. And as you can see, we have limes on here. I'm hoping that the plant holds on to it. Some of it are yellowing, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna feed some chicken compost to this plant because I can see the yellowing in the leaves, just to give it a little boost. But it has, you know, a good amount of fruit on there. And if ever this does lose the fruits on it, it's just gonna throw out more flowers. And then we're actually gonna get some fruit. This is just some weeds I'm pulling from in here, taking out energy. But yeah, this is some really good soil in here. Okay, I'm just gonna still add a little bit. And this is the bear's lime or the Persian lime, same thing. This is my Miwa kumquat. No blooms this year. I had blooms last year. I don't know what happened this year. But this is what I have here so far for the citruses that are bearing fruit. And I do have 2 more that are in a smaller container that are actually cold hardy. I'm going to overwinter them indoors this year because they are smaller plants. Let me just take you and show you what I'm talking about. So they are right here in these smaller containers, and you can see the new growth on this. Look at it, looking beautiful. But these are cold hardy. They have thorns on them, and I have a pair of them. So next year in the spring, I'm going to put them directly in the ground. Look at the root system on this. It's already rooting really well. In the fall, I'm going to just pot it and allow it to stay in that pot, and then plant it out in ground in the spring of next season because they are cold hardy citrus plants. Now in here I have been harvesting my stevia, and I have another one somewhere that I started from seed, but this one is a plant that I actually bought, and I have been harvesting from this. So the cane, you can see the cane is really bare, so I've been harvesting all the way up so far. This is a variegated basil I have here, and more tomatoes. I have a bunch of celery in here that I need to transplant for my fall garden. Yep, I need to go ahead and do that. They're looking really well. They're growing well in here, but I have yet to transplant them, so I'll be working on that. And here I have a pigeon peas. There is some yellowing right here. I'm gonna add some chicken compost also to that, because peas and beans, as you may know if you're a gardener, or even if you're not a gardener, they are also heavy feeders. Just gonna check these ground cherries. I'm not worried about that, but I just have it tucked away in there. I have potatoes. This looks like it's starting to become yellow, but I'm not ready to harvest this as yet. I'll give it some more time. I haven't seen any flowers yet, so I can hang on a little longer. What else we have going on here? Oh, now you can get a better view of the lemons on the lemon plant. So there's a whole bunch of lemons in there that we're going to be harvesting this year. So that's exciting. This ground cherry here, I have it in a smaller pot because my intention is to take it indoors and take care of it, overwinter it, because it is a perennial, but only in the warmer zones. So I'm pretty sure it'll do fine indoors. This is my lemongrass. I need to clean this up a bit. Yeah, but not right now. I already harvested and I will be harvesting again. Yeah, it's time for another harvest. Look at this. Oh yeah, and there's another one. I'll be harvesting that too. This is a variegated citrus right here. The leaves are so pretty. I feel like I'm more into the variegated looking plants right now. And this is a pink variegated lemon. Look at that. Beautiful leaves. And it's grown so much. This right here is just some new growth. And it's looking good. So I'm hoping to get, production from that in the coming years. What else? We got another pigeon peas or gungo peas. And as you can see, the leaves are yellow in here. And I already put some compost in here this morning. So this is going to be fed. It's a slow feeder. It's organic materials. And what is this? Oh, this is another lemon I have here. And a couple of peppers. These peppers are going to go indoors in pots. And I'm going to take care of it. These peppers are some peppers that I wanted to grow for so long, and I've always had a hard time growing it because these peppers are from my island, from my country, Grenada. And so now that they've grown again, and I do overwinter peppers at times, I'm going to go ahead and overwinter these. I have 4 pepper plants, and that's a lot because this is a prolific bearer. So these are my seasoning peppers, and I dropped the seeds in here on May 24th. This right here is a lemon, and this lemon is from Jay, Juicing with Jay. He sent me a box of lemon because I'm a member of his channel, so he was kind enough to mail me a box of lemons I was able to enjoy, and I dropped the seeds on February 15th. And this is how the lemon plant is doing right now. It'll stay in this planter right here, and I'll just remove these peppers that are in here and appot them to the pot that they're going to be overwintering in. See, I got better at labeling. I'm not there yet where I want to be, but I'm getting there. Now this here is a Thai mint. Look at all the growth on here, and it's because I've been harvesting and storing up this mint. It is so, oh, it smells so good. I'm just gonna break these off. Every time it pops up, I'm pulling the mint off of it because I don't have time to sit around and wait for a harvesting day or such. This is a dandelion. I am gonna harvest it because I have been harvesting and drying my dandelion greens to make dandelion green powder. So that's what I'm gonna do with that. This is some chamomile. It hasn't gone to flower yet, but I'm waiting. And this is my olive plant. I do have all these weeds in here. I'm gonna pull out at some point, I guess. Add some chicken compost in it for the winter and overwinter it indoors. What is going on here? What is that? Oh, wait. What? Oh my gosh. That's a passion fruit flower. Surprise, guys. Surprise. I should have, I'm gonna have to trellis this. It's my first year with this one. And this is the Maypop passion fruit. I just got this year. Wow. I have to trellis this, so I have my work cut out for me, but it is a pleasant surprise. So yeah, that's what's going on in my container gardening. I don't want to make this video too long. What else I got going on? That's pretty much it. So I do container gardening. Oh, let me show you my bananas. This is one of them. That's one of them here. And this is the Super Dwarf Cavendish right here. I don't remember. I don't know what the tag is for this, but I'll figure it out. And this is my yellow toothache plant. I have some different varieties of Agastache right here. And for those of you that don't know, Agastache is in the mint family. It's the same thing as hyssop, but I guess I'm gonna call it the fancy name and call it Agastache. This right here is a wing bean, and I grow one of these every year, just one. This is also a brown cherry that I'm gonna overwinter. It's a bigger plant. And this, guys, is my lemon basil. I haven't transplanted it yet. Right where I dropped the seeds, that's where they are. I have more celery in here and other things that I need to transplant, and they're perennials except this lemon basil. That's going to reseed itself. What doesn't survive the winter is actually going to reseed itself once I put it in the ground. This right here is my, those vine borers are getting to it though, but it's putting out new growth, and it seems like it's already putting out flowers here. So I'm excited about that. It's my coyote squash. Look at that. It's pushing flowers, guys. So I'm excited. And it's trellising up on this fence right here. So I'm just going to show you the container stuff. These are my dragon fruit. Some more ginger that I started indoors. It's getting there. Cucumber, we've been harvesting from this cucumber in here, and I just dropped it in this container with this dragon fruit. This dragon fruit was diseased, and so it had that rust on it, so I cut it back real good. It was a big one. It was big enough to fit this whole apparatus that I built here a couple years ago, but it hasn't gone to flower yet. It hasn't bear fruit yet. So I'm hoping at some point, because this is an older piece of the plant, so I'm hoping that it roots in here and remain and grow and fruit in here, give me some fruit at some point. This is also a passion fruit I have here. It had looked diseased, so I cut it back yesterday, and this is what's left of it. So I'm working with this. This is the purple possum passion fruit. I've had this for a few years, and it's already fruited, so I'm working on it. This is my pomegranate that hasn't fruited ever. I've had it for about 4 years, so I guess 5 to 8 years I may have some, and it doesn't need a pollinator, so I'm patient enough and I'm working on it. I think it's in a big enough container, because like I said, those are 20 gallons, and for me to get the 20 gallons, it's an investment. I'm doing it with intention because I want, I want results. So that's my sacrifice to gain the results that I need. But let me show you guys, because this is the end of this video. This right here is a dwarf Cavendish banana, and it's growing like right in my compost. I threw this out and I got a new plant because I thought this died. Look at it. See? So I still have. So the rhizome had life in it, and I didn't realize. But I came out this morning and I noticed that something was sprouting up from the ground. And I'm like, wait a sec. So guess who's going to be putting this in a container? I am. So it's going to go in a container, and now I have an extra banana plant.